All right, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you back to the Steve Malzberg Show in Kentucky, where the Democrats have a primary tonight, and the vote is being tallied. About 55% of the vote in, and it's 46-46, with Bernie Sanders holding a 0.2 percentage point lead. It's going to be a long night as far as that goes. Bernie up by less than 600 votes. I'm joined right now by Newsmax TV's John Bachman, who's going to tell us all about the chaos in the Democratic Party.
Yeah, Steve, chaos is one word for it. Kentucky used to be safe Clinton territory. Apparently not so safe right now. We know the Clinton campaign is sweating it out. There's been so much discussion, Steve, this election cycle about all the divisiveness on the Republican side of the primary. But what we're seeing playing out in the Democratic primary, especially in a swing state like Nevada, is not looking good for the Democrats. And it's showing us how much further away they are from coalescing behind their candidate. Take a look.
Back up.
It's been a wild couple of days for Democrats in Nevada, with Sanders and Clinton supporters clashing at the state convention. That fight was over delegate allocation, but what's happened since then underscores the immense challenge of unifying a fractured Democratic Party now facing Hillary Clinton. Just listen.
You know, that I think people like you should be hung in a public execution to show this world that we won't stand for this sort of corruption.
You can step down from that position because you are bad for America and bad for the Democratic Party. That was bullshit today.
You are a sick, twisted piece of
Obscene and threatening voicemails left by Bernie Sanders supporters for Nevada Democratic Party Chair Roberta Lang. Lang's office is also vandalized with graffiti which said, "Free democracy, fire Roberta Lang." These are the people that Clinton now has to recruit to join her team, especially in a swing state like Nevada.
So I'm going to try every possible approach that I can think of.
At the same time, a new poll from NBC News and SurveyMonkey shows Clinton and Donald Trump are now in a virtual tie.
We do much better against Trump than does Secretary Clinton.
And Bernie Sanders has been on a roll, winning the last two primary contests leading up to Oregon and Kentucky. And that's prompted this question on the front page of the Los Angeles Times earlier this week. Hillary Clinton keeps losing, so how come she's winning?
Well, the Bernie Sanders campaign today released a statement, Steve, regarding that violence that we saw at the Democratic convention there in Nevada. Here's Bernie Sanders. I'm quoting, quote, "I condemn any and all forms of violence, including personal harassment of individuals. But when we speak of violence, I should add here that months ago during the Nevada campaign that shots were fired into my campaign offices in Nevada and apartment housing complex my campaign staff lived in." So gunshots being fired, graffiti at another Democratic headquarters. Things are not rosy in the Democratic camp.
No, you know, it just makes it ever so much more difficult to imagine that these two stand on a stage, you know, and Bernie holds her hand up as the nominee and they're all lovey-dovey. It might happen, but it just makes it so hard to imagine, doesn't it?
It might happen, but what's worse, them doing it on stage and looking so awkward and so uncomfortable, kind of akin to the Clint Eastwood empty chair thing.
Right.
Everyone's talking about it for the wrong reasons. I don't know, Steve. I just can't see it. Bernie Sanders says he's going to go to the convention. He wants to have a definite impact on the Democratic Party platform. It's going to be chaos in Philadelphia, not necessarily brotherly love coming from Bernie Sanders.
All right, good stuff, John. Thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow. John Bachman, ladies and gentlemen.